Hello, beautiful people. Today we will be kind of taking off of like the lonely artist conversation. I think the next couple of episodes will be like just taking off of what kind of rises from the previous post. So I didn't mean to suggest to anyone that just because you have community, you're lonely. It was just like, a cute like title. But I would like to kind of embellish on that conversation, right? Of like not having community. Because especially in like the theater world and even in the film world, community is such a core component of like the creation process, right? Creating with others is such an component of like actively being in the industry, being in arts process, that I would like to say, like, when you're not, and especially like, to younger artists, like, not to feel in any way down about that. I definitely agree with like what I had said previously about like there are moments when your artistry, you're gonna be by yourself, right? And I used to feel like, especially like if you're also like in any way kind of writing your own work, the process of writing is you, right? And even in the moments of like crossing boundaries of like work, right? Like for me right now, I'm trying to see like how tech can be an interesting way to integrate storytelling. How do we storytell in these new technologies that are coming out, whether it's like those, I don't know, the Apple Vision, I don't know what it's called, or like what does storytelling mean when you're creating an immersive component online. Beautiful. So we're talking about community and what happens when you don't have community, and like how do you handle those moments, and really thinking about it from a aspect of process, right? That whether you just moved to LA, whether you've just moved to New York or to a new city and you don't know anyone, and you're kind of missing that like creator process with other folks. Like I remember when I used to write actively with another writer, and it was such an important component of my writing process, because whenever I got stuck, there was like my best friend to like kind of be like, okay, so how about if you just do this? And I'd be like, yes, oh my god, yes, that was exactly what I needed, right? And so then when like anything happens, in this case a friendship, it was no longer, and it was a very kind of heart-wrenching moment for me. Just always know that you have it in you. And I think that then we have to have this conversation on mental health, right? And that like happiness is an inside process. And for me, art and who you are as a person are intricately woven together, right? I'm not here to create more unhappy artists. I'm here to like hopefully inspire other artists to be happy people, despite like, and I think that's so huge, because I remember when I moved to LA and I already had an instant community because I was a New Yorker, and there were these people that like were also New Yorkers. But what I really realized was that like you can be so successful and be a really unhappy person. And I don't think that that's the idea. And so I think in terms of community, because we do get lonely, we're, human. It's a human component to sometimes be lonely. I think it's finding those like everyday moments of like connection, right? Because what is loneliness if not like a missed opportunity for connection? And so for me, even when I moved to LA, like, and I hung out by myself a lot, and I tend to hang out by myself a lot until I'm like with another person, and then I'm like, oh my God, people. Um, it's about like those daily connections, right? Like I literally right now have like these amazing like moments with like the person who like I buy things from in my local like bodega. Um, well, it's a white neighborhood, so it's not a bodega, but you know what I mean. Whatever white people call bodegas. In my local grocery store, right? And so like it's this nice interaction, and I look forward to it when I kind of walk in, and I'm like, I look out for him, and I'm like, oh, where is he? Oh, nice, okay. And then like, how's it going? How's it not? And it's this like very nice, 3-second connective moment. And it's finding those connective moments, whether it's calling your mom on the phone and being like, hey mom, like, what are you doing today? And ultimately it is about connection and finding your happy moments, right? And that you can be a happy person and an artist at the same time, and that those are not kind of separate. And it is very much like happiness, and happiness is an inside job. And if you need support, please like go ahead and reach out to those people that can offer you support. I definitely think like having supportive frameworks and knowing when to reach out to those frameworks is so intricately important for an artist, whether that's a mental health expert, whether that's in finances. Like today I had like a workshop, a financial wellness workshop, right? Because it's always kind of expanding and continuing to learn even as during our process. Anyway, so that's my takeaway. I wish you all so much love, and that you are all happy and healthy and fully, realized human beings and artists. Thank you. Love ya.